12 laps, 75 laps for Sunoco Race Fuel. Here we go.
Here we go, and they're coming to the green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing in the desert!
Darryl, you and I were a little surprised that Kevin Harvick in the 4 chose the outside, and Joey Logano in the 22 timed the start of the race perfect.
I didn't understand that move. I have not seen that being an advantage starting on the outside at this racetrack, and I was really shocked when Kevin took the outside.
Joey Logano leads him off turn 4. His Ford will lead lap 1 from the Chevrolets of McMurray, Harvick, and the Toyota of Kenseth.
Now remember, we've seen this 22 car do this. We saw him do it at Atlanta. We saw him do it at Vegas. He jumps out front, gets a pretty good lead early, but they haven't been able to maintain, and we got trouble here with the 55 car.
Brian Vickers either locked the brake or the car would not turn. He slid up in turn 1, Darryl, hit the wall, a pretty good shot. As you can see, he's broken the right front suspension. And caution flies on lap 2.
Yeah.
There's Vickers.
Back there, yeah.
Now that's coming off 4.
So far, so good. So far, so good. Whoa. He got a little help there. I think, was that the 48 car that was behind him?
It was.
That got into him and turned him into the outside wall. Not sure what perpetuated that whole situation there.
What a heartbreaker for Vickers, just 1 week back from open heart surgery in the offseason. Made his series debut last week, finished top 10.
In racing, we call that killed. That's killed. Yeah. Shifting back down in high, down through the dog leg. But you can also use that same philosophy to slow the car down.
Yellow's out right in front of you. Watch him coming down the track. Watch him.
The Dream Factory, number 33, Alex Kennedy, who started tail end of the field after qualifying into this race, got up there in 4.
I couldn't tell if he had a tire down or what, but he got up in that really high grade loose stuff, and he just couldn't get the car to turn, and the car spun around.
And on lap 180, we're about 10 to 15 laps away from green flag stops. Remember what Andy Petrie, our ruse analyst, said earlier.
Trouble turn 2 off the corner.
Right on the backstretch. Caution is out.
And it's Dale Jr.
Oh no.
Damage. The whole tailpiece is missing.
Looks like another right rear tire down, Larry. I'm not sure if that's what started it or not.
What happened there? Lost the right rear.
Lost the right rear. Very similar to what happened to 9 car of Sam Hornish, it appears, coming off turn 2. Man, that's heavy contact, that outside wall.
Well, let's take our nationwide inside ride with Dale Jr.
Hold the brake there. Hold the brake there. Hold the brake. I think we blew the right rear, Greg. I'll let you know. A lot of right rear damage. The whole tailpiece is missing.
Mike, that's a violent hit. I mean, the car really went hard in the wall. You heard the engine rev up. You also heard him shifting gears, getting into one, and then was really winding that thing up when the right rear blew.
Hit with the right rear and then turned and slapped with the right front. And there's a lot of damage there.
Yeah, that's
and no one is out of this race. All 43 cars are running.
Right behind all these drivers, only driver we could find that changed 4 tires.
Whoa, smoke! Stewart around
goes smoke.
And Paul Menard got a piece of him as he went around and brought out the 8th caution of the day at lap 237.
See a different story here. He shoves up into the 51 and trying to stay off of him and get away from him, he spins the car out. Tony Stewart did.
And by far, that's the highest he had been in the field all day long.
Yeah, you
just
see
inside
here,
the top
coming
10.
up. He tries to get off of him right here, but in the process of trying to get off the 51 of Algar, the car jumps sideways with him.
And Paul Menard just can't miss him. Let's see what Brad Keselowski saw.
Back either way. hard, one back. You do it. Slow, go low. Clear high, all clear.
They had one green-white checker here in quite some time, if I remember right.
Of our 10 spring races 2 years ago in 2013.
Yellow.
Stay low.
Front straightaway, Tony Stewart.
Look at Rodney.
Not happy about that.
I'm telling you. What your praying is I'm going to stay out, and I hope a whole lot of other people do too.
Ooh, looks like Tony Stewart lost a right front tire, Darrell. That car just shot up and into the wall off turn 4.
I think that Sam Hornish had got a little piece of that action too.
Pit road is open.